Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
They were doing all this stuff and studies and research and things about eating spicy food. And they're saying that if people walk in thinking negatively about spicy food, it's going to be a horrible experience. But if you walk in thinking it's going to be so beautiful, what a great experience with the spicy food, it turns out to be enjoyable. Okay.
I don't know that I agree with that. I'm not a spicy. I'm a spicy person, but I'm not a spicy food person. And so I can think all the positivity about it, but it still sets my mouth on fire and you get the bubble guts and I'm just not into it.
Somebody introduced me to pudding on your collard greens. Yes, collard greens, the pepper sauce. I can't have collard greens without pepper sauce now. It's
Wait a minute.
So good.
I thought you said put pudding on your collard greens. And I was like,
where'd
what?
you get pudding from?
Well, you said pudding.
You put on to the collard greens.
Woo!
I can see that. It's my southern accent.
That's what it is.
Pudding. I got it. You know what? It does sound like pudding.
See, that's what I said. So all I could think was vanilla pudding.
If I believed collard greens have been gross my entire life, they are really gross now because of the vision of misunderstanding what you said, Rob, in your pudding. Because it sounded to me like you said pudding on collard greens. So, yeah, that's really destroyed them for me now. God bless.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm telling you, that's what I heard you say, and same thing.
Okay, I put on collard greens. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I put on collard greens pepper sauce. I love pepper sauce on collard greens. Somebody introduced that to me like when I was 18 or 19 years old, and I'm like, this is good. I like the spicy collard greens with the pepper sauce on it. So I told Liz, I said, I like putting on my collard greens pepper sauce. And she's like, pudding? No, I put on. And now everybody thinks I said pudding.
Pudding,
like chocolate or vanilla.
Rob, it really isn't your pronunciation. It's your grammar. You have to remember that the object of all of that needed to come at the end. What you said was, I like pudding on my collard greens. And then you paused. If you had said, I like putting pepper sauce on my collard greens, we would have all understood what you wanted to say. Mm-hmm. Have a blessed day, and thanks for the laugh this morning.
You are very welcome. I'm here for laughter.
It was that dangling participle. No, I have no idea.
What?
Oh, my goodness. Have you never done a diagram? I guess that's what's called of like a sentence. We used to have to, sorry.
You're thrown way back to school, man. That's so far behind me.
PTSD from this.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
So Lisa's mom passed away, and Lisa was like, okay, before we sell the house, I got to go in. I got to clean some things up. So she's in the refrigerator and the freezer, and she's cleaning everything out, and she pulls out a bag. It has a note on it, and it says, biscuit made by Mrs. Chambers on August of 1940 at the Blankenship home.
1940, that's like 84 years ago.
It's an 84-year-old biscuit.
In the freezer?
Her mama had been saving this. It had been passed down through family members. Like, I thought when I found a cake mix from 2021 the other day, I was like, nobody has anything this old. It's an 84-year-old biscuit, and there was no hair on it. There was no mold on it because it'd been in the freezer.
Ooh, I wonder if they cook it up. Let's see what it
I don't think it would rise anymore. I think it'd be like a hockey puck.
4 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Makes you think what you can find in your house years later, like the oldest. How about the oldest thing in your house? Hit us up on the open mic on the My HISRadio app.
For me, it's not 84 years old. It is 44 years old, though. What? It is a sealed bottle of Coca-Cola commemorating the 1980 National Championship of my Georgia Bulldogs.
Get out.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Is it on display?
It is, yeah. I've got a little display of Georgia items, and they say my son wants to know if he can drink it. And I said, no, you can never open that. And if you did, it would taste horrible.
Horrible.
But it's still sealed from 1980. I've still got it.
One old item I have in my house is 42 years old. It was the dress that I came home from the hospital in. I brought my 24-year-old daughter home from the hospital in it, and my 5-year-old daughter home from the hospital, and I plan on saving it for one of them for their babies. Thank you. I love listening to your show.
I have bills ranging from 1934 up to 1957 in $1 silver certificate, $2 bills, $5 bills, and $10 bills.
The oldest thing I have is my great-grandmother's Singer sewing machine from 1936. It's pretty awesome, and I'm excited to have that little heirloom and pass it down generations and generations.
The oldest thing that's in my house is a piece of furniture called a secretary, and it came over from Germany with my family in the late 1800s.
Good morning. My name is Rhonda, and the oldest thing I have in my house are some tintype photographs of my ancestors from the 1870s. Love you guys.
Good morning. So my grandmother passed away about 15 to 16 years ago, and I still have her house. I also still have everything that she left in her refrigerator, minus the milk, and also in her freezer. Have a great day.
That's pretty cool.
Right?
Tina texted, here's so cool. She said, I have a Bible from the 1920s. I hope it has like all the writing in it and the sermons. That's the part I love about it. Also, she has a book from Edgar Allan Poe that was published in the late 1800s. So I think she's a book nerd like myself. So there you go, Tina. I love that. And then Victoria has a pot holder that her granny gave her on her wedding day, but it was knitted by her great grandmother, somebody she never got to meet. Wow. So just think, she said her grandma's 99, I think it is. And so the pot holder is at least that old, but probably even a little older than that.
That is so interesting.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
We'll be at both fairs tomorrow. Scott, you're going to see at the North Carolina State Fair. You see Brian and Harlan and Liz and everybody at the South Carolina State Fair. And since it's fair season, the county fairs, everything else that's going on, it's fall, of course, Alex James thought, here's what my mom is like, or most moms are like, at a fair.
You're not getting a fish. I ended up getting stuck with the one you won last year. No. Hannah, your daddy would kill me if I came home with a baby goat. I have gotten funnel cake everywhere. I don't know about y'all, but I'm about due for another corn dog. It says Debbie. I thought it was cute. It said cannoli. I don't have no more money. Go ask your daddy. Did you need a tongue? See if they got that Mexican corn, with the mayonnaise and the butter.
I can't fucking see this.
Mom? My favorite. See if they got that Mexican corn with that mayonnaise. And Mama will stand there and just direct everybody. I'm not getting on that roller coaster. I'm not. We're going to see that a lot this weekend. It's going to be great.
I feel like Scott's like the mom.
I just want the food. Where's the food? I've never had the Mexican corn. I might have to try that.
You've never had street corn?
Nope.
Street corn is
No,
good.
I know. Yeah.
We make it at home. My oldest son will make it. Oh, so delicious.
You gotta find it when you're at the fair, man. It's
yeah,
so
that's
good.
the thing. At the fair, it just hits different. It's so good.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
This lady goes shopping. She wants a new book. She goes to Target because they have some pretty good sales there sometimes on books. And she goes in, she picks out her book, she gets home. So when she gets home, she throws the book, sort of tosses it on her ottoman. Like, she's planning on reading the book a little bit later. So she's getting everything set up. So when she tosses it, $5 and a note falls out. And basically it's somebody that just says, look, to the person who's buying this book, I'm having a tough day, so I thought it might help somebody else that's also having a tough day. Try to brighten up their day with a little surprise.
Inside the book they put it, huh?
Inside the book. And it was $5 and they said, look, go buy a donut, buy a coffee, do something to treat yourself. And I just love that, that you are having a bad day and you're not introspective. Like you are not just, oh, poor, pitiful me. You're saying, maybe I am having a bad day, but I'm going to make somebody else's bad day better.
That's good. Just one question.
Yeah.
What's an ottoman?
The ottoman is like in your living room where you put your feet up on it. Sometimes, most of the time,
footrest.
Or an ottoman.
Okay, the footrest. Very good. So I ain't that fancy at all. Scott's daughter did something the other day.
I got to brag on her. She's away at college. She's a freshman, and she was going out to her car and noticed a couple of other of her college, cohorts. She didn't really know them, but they were having car trouble. They had the hood up and everything, having a bad day, I guess. And she just walked over and said, "Hey, do you need some help?" And they said the battery's dead. Well, we had bought her one of those kind of rechargeable bricks that can jumpstart a car battery if you get in trouble. And so she said, "Hang on a second," and she went to her car and walked it over there and helped them jumpstart their car.
Good for her.
And
So
she's really
rare.
shy, and I just thought that was so nice of her to kind of step out of her comfort zone and help some fellow college mates there.
Look at you being a good dad. First, I'm impressed that you got her that.
Yes.
And
Number
that she knows
one.
how to use it.
Yeah,
Taught her how to
definitely.
use the thing, and that she's helping others. And she's out of the house now. She's in college. Good
Yeah.
for you, Dad.
Made me feel great.
Robin, Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
Okay, here's some good news for parents, I think. The Surgeon General of the United States is saying that we are burnout. They said the stress that is faced by parents, not only the stress, but like mental health challenges, is not recognized, but it can be detrimental. And, I think especially for new parents, as you're trying to navigate everything, like all of a sudden, yes, you have 9 months to prepare, but really you don't. You have 9 months to get bottles and diapers and cribs and swings and things like this.
Oh, hey.
But I don't think anything prepares you for waking up multiple times overnight.
No. So
The
here's the
arguments.
schedule of Wes and Brittany. These are my kids in Florida. Wes and Brittany, they're married. Wes is the son, daughter-in-law. So they have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. We had them for the past couple of weeks, and they just went home yesterday because they live in Florida. So they said, "Mom, Dad, take the kids, please. We want to get them away from the storm." So they work as police officers. So one works in the middle of the night. That's Wes. And Britt works during the day. And then he has to try to sleep during the day, and he has the kids, and they do the daycare thing. But she'll come home, and as soon as she takes off the uniform, she's right with the kids, and they are, at the end of their day when they're wigged out. And these are toddlers we're talking about, and it's just so much work.
It is so much work. It's like you never get a moment to just catch your breath. And then if you think about on top of it, a single parent or maybe, a couple with their children that moves, they relocate and there's no family around. And so you don't have anybody to go, "Hey, Mom, can you come help just for an hour? I want to take a shower." And so it can take a toll, and it can affect you in ways like you're exhausted, first of all, but you can get sick because you're just depleted.
Yeah, but there are ways that you can get help. I mean, friends can come over and things like that. So it's like reach out, do something, because your wellness is just so super important.
Robin, Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
The Collins family actually found their cat earlier this year, Blanco, in a compost bin, of all places. And so they saved that cat, and they nursed the cat back to health, named him Blanco. I love this. And the cat has just been with them ever since. Follows them everywhere. They go on hikes. They're like the cat is there. They said the cat hikes with us, is what the Collins family said. They live in Western North Carolina. And you know what happened a couple of weeks ago with Helene. That was horrific. They live in Burnsville, and Burnsville had a flood. And the cat, the last that they saw the cat in that hurricane, was on top of their roof, and the house was floating away. Could you imagine? This is their cat they nursed back to health earlier this year, and it's like, oh no, they couldn't do anything about it. The cat is gone, floats down the river. You don't know what happens next. 8 days later, the cat comes back to them. Literally finds them.
You're kidding. After
No.
floating away.
Yeah, it's like he used all 9 of his lives.
Yeah, sure he
They're like-
did.
They're like, this is like the movie Homeward Bound is what they're liking it to.
Oh, I
But this
love that
cat
movie.
came back to them. So they found it, they saved it, nursed it back to health. Then the hurricane happens, floats away on the roof, and then the cat comes back home. So that's a story.
That is
Wow.
a story. It needs to be a movie, but you know he was thinking as he was floating away, I'm not going back to the combo post bin. I'm not.
Rob and Liz in the morning on uplifting and encouraging his radio.
Well, they're letting you know now what movies are on GAC, Great American Channel. Is that right?
Great American Family is what it's called now.
Oh, so it's GAF?
I guess so.
I thought it was JAC. Christmas in Scotland, A Christmas Castle Proposal, and A Vintage Christmas.
I'm not feeling it from you, Rob. I'm just not.
Oh,
I need you
she's-
need to sell it.
That's the best sell that I can do because, it's Christmas movies and they're cheesy and they're all the same.
It doesn't matter if it's Christmas time, and it is strange that they're starting this weekend on Great American Family.
Yeah.
Pure Flix, they're starting, I think, today and tomorrow, and then like Hallmark is this weekend as well. So can I sell it a little bit? Can I
No.
sell this?
Whatever, yeah. So pick one.
Okay.
Not all of them. Pick one.
Well, no, not all of them. Okay, I'll start with A Christmas Castle Proposal. This is going to be on Sunday. That's what it's called. Olivia, a commoner, travels with Prince Alexander to his family's magical palace,
I'm bored.
Tarovia, which is fake, so their families can spend a first Christmas together. The couple's plans for an enchanted Christmas are threatened by comedic mishaps caused by cultural
up.
differences between the families. See, doesn't that make you want to put on a flannel and a cozy and go watch this movie?
Rob and Liz in the morning on uplifting and encouraging his radio.
Candy corn brats.
The brats, yeah. The candy corn brats are coming out.
What? No, it's candy corn brats.
No, they're brats.
Brats.
No, they're brats. You know, like the sausage.
Yeah, that's sausage. But these are candy corn brats.
No, these are candy corn brats. So it's like the sausage that you would put, in a bun, or you would put with potatoes.
So Liz is saying, let me see if I get this right. Liz is saying that they're putting candy corn in brats?
I think they're candy corn flavored brats. Which
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Because we're talking about it. That's all I can
That's
say.
disgusting.
It's so gross.
I'm not sure.
It comes.
I know a few people are fans of candy corns. No judgment. No judgment zone here. You love the candy corn. God bless you. He loves you. But, I just don't like the taste of it, and I don't understand. I don't know how many other people really like candy corn. I don't think Scott does.
I don't like candy corn. I don't think they belong in a brat at all.
No, why would they stick candy corn in brats?
That ruins the brat.
Yeah, the brat's supposed to be for it's a hearty
Onions.
meal.
Candy corn. Yeah.
You put onions and peppers with a brat, not candy corn. And they're not actually taking the candy corn. It's not like you bite into it and you get a lot of that sugary stuff. I think what they're doing is like almost sauteing the candy corn down, and then they're putting the brat in it, and so it's sort of infused with the candy corn taste.
That's disgusting.
It's going too far.
I've lost my appetite. I'm never going to eat again.
Rob and Liz in the morning on uplifting and encouraging his radio.
Okay, here's some good news for parents, I think. The Surgeon General of the United States is saying that we are burnout. They said the stress that is faced by parents, not only the stress, but like mental health challenges, is not recognized, but it can be detrimental. And, I think especially for new parents, as you're trying to navigate everything, like all of a sudden, yes, you have 9 months to prepare, but really you don't. You have 9 months to get bottles and diapers and cribs and swings and things like this.
Oh, hey.
But I don't think anything prepares you for waking up multiple times overnight.
No. So
The
here's the
arguments.
schedule of Wes and Brittany. These are my kids in Florida. Wes and Brittany, they're married. Wes is the son, daughter-in-law. So they have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. We had them for the past couple of weeks, and they just went home yesterday because they live in Florida. So they said, Mom, Dad, take the kids, please. We want to get them away from the storm. So they work as police officers. So one works in the middle of the night. That's Wes. And Britt works during the day. And then he has to try to sleep during the day, and he has the kids, and they do the daycare thing. But she'll come home, and as soon as she takes off the uniform, she's right with the kids, and they are, at the end of their day when they're wigged out. And these are toddlers we're talking about, and it's just so much work.
It is so much work. It's like you never get a moment to just catch your breath. And then if you think about on top of it, a single parent or maybe, a couple with their children that moves, they relocate and there's no family around. And so you don't have anybody to go, hey, Mom, can you come help just for an hour? I want to take a shower. And so it can take a toll and it can affect you in ways like you're exhausted, first of all, but you can get sick because you're just depleted.
Yeah, but there are ways that you can get help. I mean, friends can come over and things like that. So it's like reach out, do something because your wellness is just so super important.